Yo guys, what is going on? And welcome to a preview of Middlesbrough vs Scunthorpe taking place at the Riverside this Tuesday night, 7:45 kickoff. It's obviously in a Carabao Cup, being called the Carling Cup, call it whatever you want to call it, Capital One Cup. Because I say call it whatever you want because it's a very, well, I just can't pronounce it. Carabao, what the hell it's called, I wouldn't have a clue. But yeah, let's get into this video. Obviously yesterday was a write-off, as far as it goes. Obviously having had a sleep after the game and stuff like that, you know, obviously having a sleep on it as every other fan in the world did. You know, you kind of understand that, you know, we didn't take our chances yesterday. Forest did, and that's why they won the game. Some longer, maybe the chance, maybe everything got to him. You know, fans were on his case, which is going to be, come on. I mean, you leave that club for £15 million, they're not going to applaud you back, are they? But listen, Forest, you know, fair play to him. You know, they set out right and they got the victory. And unfortunately, we didn't take our chances. I mean, on another day, them chances go in, but you know, unfortunately yesterday they didn't. And no real excuses. Forest won the game, and we move on. You know, but obviously we see what happens inside the reverse fixture up here. I mean, if they do us over again, then listen, fair play to him again. Forest set out right yesterday, and they took the chances, and it's about as simple as that. If you take your chances, you will do well in this league. You will score goals. And we didn't take ours, so unfortunately, you know, we came out with no points. But you know, we go into Preston on Saturday, hoping to get some points. Obviously, no points on Tuesday with this being a cup game. But yeah, Scunthorpe. Now I've got some just brief notes jotted down in front of me about Scunthorpe, based on their first round, which is interesting actually. They played Notts County and they drew 3-3, and then obviously that was just in obviously after extra time or whatever. And then Scunthorpe went on to win 6-5 in penalties. A couple of factors out with that game. Scunthorpe can take penalties. So if this does go to penalties, but if he's Scunthorpe, we know they can take 6 and they maybe be able to score 6. Obviously we know they can bring up a lot of fight in the cup games since they drew 3-3. So they know they're kind of serious about wanting to go through. Obviously, otherwise they wouldn't have drawn the game, if you like. But yeah, I mean, we wanted to draw 3-3, and then we went to win the game. So it shows you a lot of factors about Scunthorpe, you know, that they've got a lot of fight. And also this season, they haven't lost a game. So it says a lot about Scunthorpe. It says a lot about the background of the team, the background, the tactics, the manager, and whatnot, and just how they set out, you know, not losing the game. And, you know, and they're in another tough division as well. So, but yeah, I mean, if you talk about the win, and the 2 draws, to beat Oxford last game, and then they drew with Rochdale and Wimbledon. 3 tough teams, 3 good sides. Oxford United, we know about them as Boro fans, and obviously the team know about Oxford, but yeah, I mean, we know how tough they are, especially in cup games. You know, they came up here and gave us a good cup game, and in pre-season as well, they played well against us. But listen, I mean, teams from that league are often hard to beat. You know, but Scunthorpe won't be an easy test. It won't be an easy game. This won't be a walkover. I don't reckon. This won't be a pushover. You know, it's going to be tough. Just like every single game of the Championship is. Listen, other teams that come here, especially with Middlesbrough having that thing next to the name, which is obviously tipped to go up, play, should I say, opposition from lower leagues and this league. You know, they're going to treat this like their own cup final. It's exactly how we've got to look at every single game, cup or league. But you know, I was thinking, you know, even if we set out, you know, and even if we lose, even though we shouldn't lose, this is strictly no hate on Scunthorpe whatsoever. But if we are to lose to Scunthorpe Tuesday night, which may happen, I mean, teams you see all over upset with teams. I mean, Chelsea get turned over by little teams, or Man United, Liverpool, you know, them teams who are expected to beat the big teams, they occasionally gets to them and they lose. I'm not saying they will, by the way, I'm just briefly talking. Yeah, so Scunthorpe, say if we do lose Tuesday night, you know, even though we will all be gutted because obviously that's the start of the cup, we have got the league on the other hand. Yeah, you know, no distractions until obviously the next cup comes along, which is obviously the FA Cup, until them fixtures roll around. But listen, I mean, you know, until that comes along, we've got the league to concentrate on, and by that time, you know, we're picking up points home and away. You know, we could be looking in a pretty good position going into the FA Cup. You know, obviously into them rounds, but no, I mean, you know, Scunthorpe's going to be a tough test. And there's no doubt about that. They're going to come here, they're going to set up well, and they're going to want to win. You know, they're going to want to start early. And if we start slow, listen, we could pay for it. We've seen what happened at Nottingham Forest. And I did warn fans, and fans probably warned other fans. You start slow, you get punished. And I said it on my Boro Fan TV interview after the game against Burton. First 15 minutes, we look slow, we look flat. You go to Nottingham Forest, within the first 15 minutes, they've got a goal. And it's annoying because you think, stop starting so slow. and just attack the team. Now, yeah, okay, you can say yesterday we had chances, didn't put them away. Our own doing. You know what? You know when you don't put your chances away, at the end of the day, you're not going to get nowhere. We've got to make sure we put our mistakes from Saturday into Tuesday, then on to next Saturday, and on to games from there. Like I said, this won't be an easy game. This is a cup game at the end of the day. Cup games are a great thing to watch. They're a great thing for your team to be a part of. But they're also great if you lose them. So we've got to make sure we go out there Tuesday night. And even though it is Scunthorpe, listen, don't be like, oh, it's only Scunthorpe, easy game, because it's not an easy game. No games are easy, league or cup. I'll go over my team, and I'll change the team up a little bit because I just think, give a few of the players that I've played, obviously the first 3 games of the season, a bit of a rest. Some of the players are playing in this one as well. But it's the kind of team that I want to see sort of lay out, try players that haven't really featured this season in this team. So in goal, I've gone for Dimmy. I just believe that the guy should be given a chance, in some sort of competitive league game or whatever, or cup game. Last season he wasn't really in any sort of league appearances due to Valdez being here, and this season looks like the same thing. Randolph's a great keeper, don't get me wrong, but Dimmy kind of helped us to get back to the Premier League, and ever since then he's not really had a look in. So I think playing against Scunthorpe, why not? Why just give him a few minutes under his belt. Even though maybe happy that he's not playing because obviously he's getting money still coming in and whatnot. That's not the point. The point is the guy helps us to get back to the Premier League, and for me as a fan, my opinion, I would love to see him play a bit more. So yeah, Dimmy starts in goal for me. And then my back 4 goes Christie, just because I love him at right back. I mean, you could bring in Connor Roberts. I mean, he could play right back if you really wanted him to. But for me, I like Christie, and don't see no reasons to why he can't play right back in this game. If Ayala's fit, maybe bring him back in. Dropping Fry, that is because I've got Gibson alongside him. But maybe dropping Fry, playing obviously I know he's gonna obviously get more confidence if he plays every game, but just bring him back to life sort of thing. Bring him down to earth if you like, and just sort of rest him for this one, and just let him watch on, let him learn a little bit more. Obviously he's only got to learn if he plays, but you can also learn from other players that are playing, pick up tips and whatnot. So if Ayala's fit, play Ayala. Obviously he had a blip against Wolves. Let's hope he doesn't do a repeat of that anytime soon if he plays. But yeah, Ayala and Gibson at the back for me. The left back is Fabio. I just think, Friend and Fabio, they're kind of going to battle out all season for that left back spot. Why not play Fabio? He's not played this season. Give him some minutes as well. The 2 players sat in front of my back 4, I've gone for I always call him Lead Boots, but I call him Leadbitter, but I always call him Lead Boots. Leadbitter and Adam Clayton. Johnny Howson for me has looked off the pace a little bit since he came, to our club, and this start of the season he's not really looked that good. I just think maybe rest him. Obviously that may do him the world of good. Just rest him, and then obviously put him on the bench or whatever. Bring him on if you want to bring him on, but just rest him. Leadbitter's always been a main part of our midfield. The game doesn't really get a look in. Just bring him in, see what he can do. Sat in front of them, Adam Forshaw. I do feel like Adam Forshaw, even though he can play attacking, I feel like we should go out and get a number 10. Now, I've got no reasons to why we can't change it up a little bit and maybe put Traore in Adam Forshaw's spot. Why not put him number 10? He's got the pace to go forward, and he only goes forward as well. The guy never seems to go back, whereas I think Forshaw sometimes turns around, passes the ball back to his pals at the back. Traore doesn't. Traore sprints forward at all times. So, even though he may not have much of an end product, I still feel like against Scunthorpe, his pace will cause them big problems, and it will create us chances. But as for my lineup now, I've gone for Forshaw to play in the number 10 role. And then Traore is in my team. On the right, I've gone Traore. Through the middle, it's Sambalonga. And on the left, Fletcher. That means I drop Bamford instead. Again, just to rest these players. This is a cup game, and why not have a bit of pace up front? I'm not saying the 2 players don't provide pace. Let's feel like this is my starting 11. This is the sort of team that I want to be set out. Sambalonga, if he doesn't play, maybe put Gustav Bamford in there, maybe to rest him, save him from injury, since we know he has had big injuries at Nottingham Forest. We don't really want to repeat of that for £15 million and have him out for a while. The one player I'm looking forward to obviously coming back to fitness is obviously Martin Braithwaite. I think he's a great winger, but we have to just wait until he's fit again. But yeah, I mean that's my starting 11. Let me know your starting 11 in the comments. But yeah, I mean if I have to give you a prediction, I could give it on both sides of it, but my prediction for this one, we shouldn't really have any problems going into this one. But like I've said, Scunthorpe could cause an upset. There's no doubts in that. They're going to want to come here and cause an upset. I'm sure that they're going to bring a great following, even though it's a Tuesday night. You know, I'm sure they're going to bring a great following. I'm sure it's going to be a great atmosphere, especially on their part. I'm sure the Red Faction will be loud as always. But, yeah, the prediction for this one, I ain't going to go mad and say 5-0. Just a simple 2-0 the Butter, or 2-1. But go for 2-0. Shouldn't be really any problems. They're going to come here and bring a lot of fight, of course they are, but I think we should have enough in defence, you know, to sort of stop their attacks. Set piece is a big worry to me, but again, shouldn't really be a problem. Should see this one through. Should be a 2-0 Middlesbrough. No problems. If you have to go for your goal scorers, love to see a Sambalonga score another one. And you know, I'd love to see Traore, but I do feel like Fletcher may get one as well. So my goal scorers are Sambalonga and Fletcher. But that's been my starting 11. That's been my prediction. That's been my talk on Scunthorpe. Listen, Scunthorpe fans, have a safe travel to Riverside Tuesday night. Have a safe travel home. I hope you enjoy your experience at the Riverside Stadium. But Butter fans, you know, makes plenty of noise Tuesday. Looking forward to this one. I cannot wait. As I love going to Riverside whenever we're playing. Love watching the Butter. Yeah, obviously my Let's Talk Football episode will be out tomorrow. So after 12 o'clock maybe, and I should say probably. And then Tuesday will be my I'm going to call it the Carling Cup, because I've always got the Carling Cup predictions of who I think will cause an upset and who I think will win. But yeah, that's been my preview for Scunthorpe. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Up the Butter.